Canada's immigration system is even more broken than I thought. We've poured in record immigration levels, but according to a recent report by the Institute for Canadian Citizenship, 1 in 5 newcomers leaves Canada, with much of the losses occurring in the first 5 years. Highly educated and in-demand professionals are the likeliest immigrants to pack up and leave. So to put it bluntly, Canada has done a great job at recruiting talent, but we've failed spectacularly at keeping it here. And this exodus is compounded by glaring blind spots in data in Canada. In late 2025, Statistics Canada quietly admitted that the 2021 census missed 38% of all non-permanent residents, roughly 500,000 people. Enough citizens to fill the city of Halifax were likely missed in the census. And if you combine that gap with the ongoing non-permanent residents departures, Canada's actual population growth and workforce picture looks very different. Economists now actually estimate that nearly 1 million people may be overstaying on expired visas. This is a hidden population that never left the system on paper. In short, our immigration leaks go two ways. We have skilled newcomers leaving and rising numbers of undocumented residents quietly accumulating. So let's start by looking at the first report here, the Leaky Bucket 2025, which charts the great exodus of the more high-skilled immigrants in Canada. The ICC's report uses 40 years of IRCC and census data to quantify these leaks, as they call it. And I would say this is a pretty worrying picture, regardless of your stance on immigration. The fact that the hardest people for us to keep here are the ones that are the most qualified and the ones who would contribute most to our economy is a problem from my perspective. The strongest surge of leavers happens within the first 5 years after landing in Canada. Chart 2 in the report shows onward migration rates zoom from near zero in year 1. Obviously, that's when people are arriving to a peak around year 5. In other words, Canada loses a disproportionate share of newcomers almost immediately before they could fully settle or integrate. And there's a lot of speculation that this is people who are coming here to get citizenship, use the resources of Canada's economy, and then either return home or go to an economy that has more economic promise for them. Chart 3 in the report shows that the more educated you are, the more likely you are to leave Canada. Doctorate holders are nearly twice as likely to exit Canada as those with a bachelor's degree. About 34% of PhD level immigrants eventually depart versus roughly 19% of bachelor's level over 25 years. In short, our smartest newcomers are the first to move on from Canada.